Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I'm going to be talking about birthdays and my last birthday in particular, what I did on that day. And it's very, I want to say it's like very important, but it's up to the individual. But like the exact time of my birth, at that moment, I like to be doing something that's a ritual or meditation, just giving thanks to the universe for this opportunity to experience limitation within a physical body. And that's what goes on at the time of our birth. The minute we exit the womb, we start experiencing that limitation within the boundaries of the earth, this physical life, this reality, this dimension that we're in. And at the time of our birth, there's the snapshot of the cosmos. It gets implanted inside of your body, and those energies are forever imprinted within your vibration, and how you react towards the world, towards whatever goes on in your life. Depends. Well, it doesn't depend, but those energies that are in the cosmos are always affecting you, and the gravitational pull of those moods, those energies are within you. And, we always want to empower ourselves in order to really take control of those energies, to enhance the positive aspects of them, and to really, accept the challenge of the negative aspects within our charts. And I'm talking about Vedic astrology. So, yeah, when my birthday comes around for the last 2 years, well, maybe a few more years before that as well. But I mean, the last 2 years since I've gotten into the Thunder Wizard's path, when my birthday comes up, that exact time, I like to be doing something, ritual or meditation. But the last 2 years, I've been out in nature. And I was living out in Los Angeles before I was going out into the Griffith Park Mountains. And I want to talk about this last particular birthday I had. I was born on June 23rd, 1971 at 9:04 a.m. So about a week before my birthday was coming up, I was already planning, I'm going to go out into nature, before I get there about 6 in the morning. I'm going to do some Qigong, some meditation, just enjoy the atmosphere of the trees, the wind, the sound of the birds, the sound of the 5 freeway, the traffic, because the freeway is not too far away. Out there in LA, you just can't get away from the sound of the cars, unless you really go deep. And every time I go out into the mountains, I always end up hearing the cars. But I can still get into uh, that spiritual state where I'm really connected to the earth and feeling the heartbeat of the earth slowing me down. And so I planned on doing that. And my certain spot that I like to go, and there's a certain mountain that I like to climb up on, and there's a nice view of the distant mountains, and right below that is the 5 freeway right there, seeing all the cars pass by. But it's a cool spot to really enjoy the view. It's a nice view right there, facing the south. No, I'm facing the north. I'm starting to forget now. It's been a while. So I decided what I was gonna do was right at my my birth time, 9:04. I was gonna be standing on that mountain, enjoying the view. I was gonna take off my shoes, take off my socks, and just plant my bare feet onto the earth. A few minutes before 9:04, and just thank the universe for this life, for this opportunity to experience limitation within the physical body, and to learn lessons and to get rid of karma from past lives, from this life, to understand everything, understand the family I grew up in, the neighborhood I grew up in, the society I grew up in, the year, the time of this earth that I grew up in, everything, everything's helping me to grow. That's the challenge that we are here to overcome, to accept. You know, And so I did that. For the first thing I did was I got into nature, whatever, 6 in the morning, and I started walking to my power spot where I love to do qigong and meditation and all that. And the first thing I noticed when I was walking in that area was I just caught something out of the corner of my eye, because I'm so used to the place. If I see something that's not nature, like, I notice it right away. And that did happen a lot out there in Griffith Park. Beer cans and trash and all that. I used to pick it up at least once a month or once every 2 months. I would go in there with a trash bag and pick things up. But yeah, I noticed there was something in a tree right there. So I looked up onto it was a little bit of an incline. And I noticed there was some balloons that got stuck in a tree right there. And I was looking at them, and I noticed that they said happy birthday on them. So I was like, what a coincidence, Today's my birthday. I'm coming out here into nature to, thank the universe for my birthday. And just by coincidence, it looked like some 2 balloons, or it was 3 balloons, I don't know. Maybe somebody let them go, and then they ended up landing right in my power spot where I like to be. And it's my birthday. So I was like, oh, that seems like a synchronicity from the universe. It felt really good. I was like, hey, thank you. Thank you for, sounds like the universe is saying happy birthday to me. So that was a cool experience. I got into my qigong. I did my meditation. Maybe a half hour before 9:04 a.m., I walked up to the mountain, got up there, enjoying the view, breathing, deep breathing. And, I was getting ready to do my thing. Took off my shoes, took off my socks, and implanted my feet onto the earth. And that was maybe 4 minutes before 9. I don't know. I don't remember. But as 9:04 came, I was, I was keeping track of I was being all exact with the time. I had my phone. And, when it hit 9:04, I was like, oh, thank you for this life. And, I could feel energy within me. I don't know. Trippy experience. I don't know if I'm conjuring up that energy myself, or if I'm really actually feeling an actual transition into a new year within my body. You know what I mean? But as I was doing all that, all of a sudden this strong wind started coming. And it wasn't a windy day at all. Just right at that time, there was a strong wind that started coming. I was feeling a big gust of wind, and I was thinking about the Vanir in the west of the Thunder Wizard's Path. If you know about that, the west is the home of the Vanir and the home of the air. And I just started feeling that wind, and I was like, whoa, seems like a really powerful thing, because it was a strong wind. It was a really calm day, and all of a sudden this strong wind starts coming, and I was really like experiencing more like a synchronicity, just like the balloons. I was like, wow, this is trippy. It feels like these spirits are coming around, and I'm really, again, thanking them for this life. And here I am, and that, doing all that. And eventually the wind calmed down. I think after a minute or two. It wasn't long, and I continued standing there and enjoying the scenery, and really getting into a meditative state, really being, slowing down the heart and all that. Maybe another minute passed by, and all of a sudden I see up ahead of me, 15, 20 feet or whatever, there's a bunch of bushes. There's a squirrel. A squirrel comes out, and, it's moving around. Squirrels move around really fast, and it's sniffing around the bushes in front of me, about 20 feet away. And, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because a squirrel it's one of my animal totems for me. If you relate to animal totems, some people do, some people don't. But, the squirrel is one of my animal totems. And I notice it's sniffing around the bushes. And, I just decide to stand still and continue doing what I'm doing. But with my eyes, I'm looking at it and kind of like enjoying the moment, because the squirrel's getting close to me. And they've gotten close to me before, and it's a trippy experience. It's a cool experience. I really enjoy those experiences with animals. It's sniffing around the bushes, and it's getting closer to me. It keeps coming closer, And I'm just like, wow, my heartbeat starts getting faster, and I'm, I'm feeling excited, happy. Feels like another sign from the universe. It's coming closer and closer, sniffing around the bushes, and finally it gets right up close to me, and it goes to my feet. I have I'm barefooted, and it goes up to my feet, all the way up to my feet, and I'm just looking down at it, and it just sniffs my feet, sniffing around my feet, and I look down, and then it just looks up at me, and I just smiled. I just smiled down at the squirrel, and I didn't say anything, but I was smiling at it, and it kind of just looked at me and just looked back down on my feet. Then it just went away. It didn't sniff around the bushes anymore, but it walked back the same way it came, and it went away. And I was like, wow, what a trippy experience. I mean, I decided to take my shoes off. I was already planning that out a week before, and I was thinking about that. I was kind of intending that experience. I wasn't intending the squirrel to come, but I was putting out that message to the universe, I suppose, that this is what I want to do on my birthday. I want to give thanks to the universe for this life. And all of a sudden, all of these different signs come out on that day that I did that. I see these balloons, the wind, the heavy wind, and then the squirrel was a clear message, especially because I was planning on taking my shoes off and socks. And, the only thing it did was it looked at my feet and smelled my feet and looked up at me. It was a trip, it was like a total sign from the universe. Like, we got the message, The universe hears what I'm saying. So, I just wanted to share that experience. And, if when your birthday comes up, it's a cool time, especially if you know your exact time of birth. It's a cool time to really give thanks to the universe, because it's really that time right when you enter into this world, And, with me, it happened in all these synchronicities started happening, just more signs from the universe that I'm on the correct path. I'm doing the right thing. And, all the while that I am realizing I'm on the correct path, I'm still, fucking up here and there, with my life, getting angry about things and all that, dealing with stress in the right way and in the wrong way and all that, But still, there's still acknowledgement from the universe, which helps to ring true what the Thunder Wizard says about you don't have to be all like love and light all the time and ignore your feelings. You want to acknowledge your feelings of negativity, whatever they may be, anger, stress, worry, and all that. And as long as you're working through that stuff, you're not burying that anger within you and storing it and, thinking about payback on other people, which I used to do. As long as you're not doing that kind of stuff, you're working through your feelings. They're coming in and out of you. That's what it's really all about, because we're guaranteed to feel all of the emotions that are on that spinning wheel of emotions that humans are supposed to feel, I suppose, you know what I mean? We have a whole wheel of all kinds of emotions, and, we're here to have that human experience. So, just more confirmation that the Thunder Wizard's path is a very real path of spiritual growth. And, so that was a cool experience. If you guys ever, I would suggest trying to do something on your birthday. If you know that exact time of birth, get into some ritual meditation, do some kind of thing like that. Or if you have, let me know. I'd like to hear about it myself. So that's it for me. Again, if you guys want a Thunder Astrology reading or a 9-World Rune reading, just go to greg.thunderwizard.com, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.